Hi, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Tanya, and we are easing back into life this week post mastectomy. And I'm so excited to be back doing Plan With Me's again. I took a couple of weeks off and just put a couple of hauls out. If you haven't checked those out, one's a jet pens haul and the other one is a sticker shop haul. And we're going to actually be using some of those stickers today. This is from Fern Creek Stickers. Unfortunately, she has closed her store, and I have a bunch of stuff I bought at her closing sale that I am going to be using up. And this one just made me happy. It's got lots of color, and I think that's what I need in my life right now. We're going to be planning out the week of April 28th through May 4th, aka the week that I start to get my life going again. So, basically, I have been just completely out of pocket the last 2 weeks post-surgery. And now it's time to get things going again. So first things first, I have to decide which of this washi I'm going to use today. And I'm thinking maybe these two with the black in it. I just think those might be good. So we are going to start by just getting this laid down. Oh, goodness. I tell you what, I had all of these grand expectations. I don't have anything to cut this with. I don't have my ruler in here. What do I have in my office that will, you know what? Here is a Coffee Monsters Co. clipboard. This will work just fine. I had all these exciting goals of getting stuff done while I was recovering. I was like, I won't be able to get up a lot, but I can work on the computer. No. It was physically and mentally just completely exhausting. I don't know what I was thinking. No, I do know what I was thinking. I seem to think that I am a superhero and, the rules don't apply to me. But then I am very quickly reminded that they do indeed apply. So this week, I decided to start teaching music lessons again, but just online this week. All the band directors I work with are great. The kids are great. I'm just showing up on an iPad in a practice room, and they just roll with it. It's not a big deal to them at all. Okay, let's see. I'm going to use this for meals and snacks this week, so we're going to put this here. I'm trying to be very mindful of what I am eating because obviously my diet has a lot to do with how well I heal. So I'm trying to make sure that my meals have a lot of protein in it, a lot of nutrition, and that's sometimes easier said than done. That's torn a little crooked, but you know what? It'll be fine. And this isn't much of anything. So I'm going to add it back here. Started doing like the washi quilt thing that people are doing, and it's kind of fun. Just when I have an extra piece, I'm just sticking it back there. But yeah, it is. This thing's been a journey, let me tell you. I did go to the oncologist last week for the first time, and I found out that I will be having chemotherapy. Now, I got really good news post-surgery. My cancer was stage 1A, which meant we caught it very early. It had micro metastasized to one of the lymph nodes. I had 4 lymph nodes removed. So not ideal, but not the end of the world. And the oncologist said that itself wouldn't result in chemo. It was because my cancer came back with a marker of being high risk for reoccurrence. So we are going to do chemo just to kind of make sure that doesn't happen. Do I want to do this here, or I think I'm feeling this one. I have to cover up my calendar. Why? I don't know. I just like to do it. So chemotherapy is going to start the end of May. The oncologist wants me to recover a little more from surgery first. Then once that is done, we will go ahead and get started. I only have to do 4 rounds of chemo, 3 weeks apart. I'm going to lose my hair, so I'm working on preparing for that mentally. I wanted to do, I'm not going to track my work hours this week. I don't care how many hours I work. I just care that I get back into things. So yeah, that is life at the moment. I did get good news that I could still teach lessons in person over the summer as long as I wear a mask. So that's kind of cool. I'm happy about that. Okay, so now let's get back into work. I know that I have been, like I said, easing into things, and it's been a minute. So I know that yesterday, which ones of these am I going to use? I have so many different boxes to choose from. I'm going to need a lot of BMS stickers. This is the middle school I teach at. 2 for yesterday, 2 for today, but one of them can be a little bit bigger today. This green would have been good with a white pen. And then I need another 2 for Friday. And then I know I need some stickers for the high school. And then we're going to add in as we go. So let's slide this over. So yesterday, I taught from 8 to 9:30. Just put a little arrow there. And then I came back in and taught just a little bit later. Not sure to the rhyme or reason of how I'm doing this, but yeah. I had about an hour break between, which was needed to get some rest in. And then I had some more lessons in the afternoon. So let's just keep it pink here. Yesterday was a whole lot of like rest. That's all I can say. So 2:30 is when I started, and I had one and then a break, and I ended up going until 5. I'm gonna put it over here in a slightly different place. There we go. So that was easy enough to do. Now today, once again, this morning, I did that morning block to there, and then I go back again at 12:51 because you just can't have things on a normal schedule. I'm just going to put it in here at 1. It'll be close enough. Okay, when I was a kid in school, you had school from, let's see, you would have something from 8 to 8:55, and then your next class was 9 to 9:55. Then your next class was 10 to 10:55, and so on and so forth throughout the day. But no, they can't do it that way. It has to be super complicated now. Okay, so tomorrow I am at the high school from 1:30 on, and then I have lessons at my house in the afternoon. So we'll just kind of keep the pink going. Let's see. These are going to be here. And then I have a call tomorrow at 10:30. So we're going to pop that back in. So as you can see, everything here is pretty well spread out, and that is because I just have to have breaks to rest right now. I still get very tired. I'm doing better, and I'm very happy with that. Okay, this is going to be 7:30. That's a little crooked. I wonder if I can get that up and straighten it up, because it's kind of a lot crooked. But if I can't, I can't. Oh, I can. Yay. Let's see if we can straighten that up a little bit. It's a little better. Okay, and then on this day, my mom has a doctor's appointment. which I'm going to be calling into. Let's see, Mom. So when it rains, it pours, and my mom showed up for my surgery to kind of hang out with us, and man, she was so yellow, so jaundiced. Well, super long story short, her liver enzymes were through the roof because she had a mass in her pancreas that was pressing on the bile duct and completely obstructing it. So she went into the hospital the week after I did and had a procedure to put a stent in to work on that. So then she may have pancreatic cancer. I mean, it's like insane. How does this happen? Okay, I have a lesson right here. So for this appointment, I'm still not up. Her appointment is an hour for me, and I'm not up to driving that far still. I am driving a little now, but not a ton. So, yeah, some friends of hers are going to take her, and she is going to have me on the phone so I can hear what they have to say. Because my mom doesn't always understand exactly what the doctors are saying. And she knows that, and she wants me to be there so it can kind of help her understand. You know, I've made all these match until now, but I've already written it on here, and this is what it's going to be. Okay, this one is at 12:40, right here. Okay, so that's all of my lessons and appointments in there. Now, on Saturday, my friend's daughter is having her first communion. So we are definitely going to put that in. So I am going to, she invited me, and I'm going to try to go to that. Let's see here. I was supposed to originally judge a solo and ensemble this morning, but with the cancer and the surgery several weeks ago, I told them not to count on me, find somebody else to do it. So, but the other thing that I'm excited about is the farmers market opens this week. And I have farmers market stickers, but I have no idea where they are. And I am not going to go on an expedition to find them either. So for today, it might just be one of these regular stickers and go from there. So which one of these is going to be the yay, the farmers market opens? Decisions. I'm going to use these two up. So and then on this one, I'm going to put Mass. I was actually able to go back to Mass last Sunday. I'm not singing in the choir yet. I went to the 7 a.m. Mass because, well, I knew it would be the short one, and I knew I wouldn't have to sit there as long. Our 7 a.m. Mass doesn't have music, so it's a little bit shorter than the others, and that's what I'm going to do again this next week, is go to the 7 a.m. Mass. There we go. Now, our plan is on Thursday to go to Trader Joe's. I have been waiting and waiting on Trader Joe's to open. Like, it's crazy how long I've been waiting for this to happen. And of course it opens, wait for it, the day of my surgery. And I just have not felt up to going. So we are going to go this Thursday. There's a Trader Joe's. There's one in Nashville, but it's in a different suburb of Nashville, quite far from me. So this one is literally, I drive by it going to these schools when I go into the schools. So we are going to go to Trader Joe's on Thursday. Now, right now I am filming. So let's see here. What do I want to use here? I'm just using this Paper Mate Ink Joy right now. It's what was on my desk. Let's see. I have this bright pink ink, which would go well there. But you know what I think might work better? I have this. This is just a TWSBI Eco. This is the Eco T, which I like the grip on it just a little bit better than the regular Eco, but I like them both. But this is Edelstein. This is the Pelikan Edelstein ink, and I think aquamarine, and I think it'll just go really well here. Aquamarine, you would expect it to be a little bluer, but it's kind of like this gray-green color, and I love it. It's not what I was expecting when I got it, but I fell in love with it. So we're just gonna do some bubble letters here and color it in. I also need to film a YouTube video this week. I got ahead on the videos before surgery, which thank goodness, but I am no longer ahead and I've got to get some content out to my editor. I edit these Plan With Me's and any Wednesday videos, but my Monday videos, I have an editor that does them for me. They're more informational, educational business videos. Although the last two have been cancer vlogs, and I will link those below if you want to catch up with kind of how things went. I normally film on Fridays. Let's see. Thursday, it's supposed to rain. I don't know that Thursday is going to be the best lighting for filming. So yeah, I think I'm going to keep it on Friday, and I will do it between these two. Friday is usually when we pick up our groceries too. But I think that really depends on what we get at Trader Joe's. So we'll hold off on writing that in. But yeah, this little lettering style is so easy to do, and it just adds a little punch. Do you need to do anything fancy like this lettering? You don't. Not at all. But it just makes me happy. All right, I learned how to do lettering from watching Cindy Gunter Baldo's video, Llama Lettering. She's got some great YouTube videos on lettering out there. Let's see here. So I've got 2 filming days set up. So already my schedule looks really packed. It's actually not that busy compared to what it usually looks like. So like a normal day, let's go back to a day in March. Yeah, so this is a normal day where I literally have stuff all day long, every day. This one too, so it's kind of nuts. So this isn't that bad. But it is still relatively busy, I will admit. So yeah, this is where we are. I'm planning on putting the meals down here that I have throughout the week. So yesterday, what did I have for? Oh, I had a bagel. So breakfast was a bagel. Lunch was a turkey sandwich. With cheese puffs. Not healthy at all. But it made me happy. Oh, and grapes. So it was kind of like a toddler lunch. But you know, hey, you do what you got to do. Dinner was salad and pulled pork. And then snacks, I had a chomp, a granola bar, and strawberries. And I'll go ahead and put today's breakfast in because I did have that. I had sourdough and a sausage patty. It's Morningstar Farms vegetarian sausage patty. We joke and call them sausages. Because, you know, vegetarian. I don't know what I'm going to have for lunch and dinner yet, but we'll figure that out and we'll put room for snacks there. So this way I can kind of track what I'm eating, keep me accountable, keep me eating healthy foods. I am going to need a meal planning section this week. I haven't had to meal plan because some people in my church were so kind and set up a meal train, and people were bringing us meals Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and they're bringing them this week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. But next week, I told them only 3 weeks. So next week, I'm back at it on my own. So we need a section for a meal plan. And I think one of these flags is going to be good for that. Let's do a green flag. I don't know why I'm reaching for lots of greens this go round. And I'm just going to put it up here so I have plenty of room. I'll put menu because it's for next week. And you know, I have a Coffee Monsters meal sticker here somewhere. Here we go. I think this will be perfect there. These little washi stickers are great. There we go. I think that looks lovely. So I hope you've enjoyed this. I'm planning on getting back into the regular weekly planning content. And until next time, peace out.